Okay, welcome back to a new video. I'm real excited to get into this one because it's going to be a huge freaking nostalgia fest for me. But today I wanted to take y'all back to my origins, where all this shit started. My introduction to underground dubstep. Now, for newcomers to this niche of music that might have been bumping it for 3 or 4 years at this point, maybe y'all have asked yourself, what did this style of music sound like 7, 8, even 10 years ago? And today I want to take y'all through, first off, the channel that introduced me to underground dubstep. You know, me making the transition from listening to stuff like Skrillex and Document One, shit like that, over into the, you feel me, more the modern era. And also I wanna highlight the differences between what it sounded like back then versus today, because in 10 years a lot of shit has changed. Dubstep as a whole has evolved by leaps and bounds, and I love to see it. But without further ado, bro, we can just get right into this, bro. So I'm gonna minimize my shit here, and we're going to start right here. This is an upload from January 6th, 2015, which is basically 11 years at this point. But I want to take y'all through just overall releases throughout the year uploaded by this channel in the year of 2015. Now, Dubstep Dose is the channel that introduced me to underground dubstep. And despite me maybe having clicked on a video from the channel prior to listening to this song, I did not actively acknowledge that the video was by Dubstep Dose until I listened to this song right here. It's called Omega by Not. I think this was a 16-year-old producer back in the day, so bro's like 26 now. And shit was a banger, bro. It made me subscribe, as far as I know. Let's just get right into it, bro. And notice how Dubstep Dose used to do this really cool thing, right? Where he, right before the drop, fades out the wallpaper, which, by the way, he had the sickest wallpapers, bro. Pay attention to those, too. And then he lets his logo, like, flash in on tempo. So, this is just about what Tear Out sounded like 10 years ago. Y'all notice how, well, the sound design's a lot clunkier. It's not as OTT'd. I don't even think they used OTT back in the day. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just very clunky. That's the best way to describe it. This percussion is big as fuck, too. And as I take y'all through these 26 songs I picked out, y'all will also notice that everything has this robotic tinge to it, that old school dubstep tinge, you feel me? Yeah. But there's still a lot of stylistic variation, don't get me wrong. Yeah, super sick song. We can just jump right to the next one. This is 5150 by Auburn X, which I still believe that this has one of the greatest intros in dubstep, period. And it's a super sick Tear Out song. I have to play out the intro because it's incredible. The bells and shit, the piano, bro, damn. In case I picked up on it, there's the sub bass coming in the pattern of what the drop's gonna be. Super sick, bro. Just super fast paced, fluttery delivery almost. He does this super sick thing in the second drop where the melody comes back in. Yeah, the mix sounds back then were just more washed out, I feel like. More reverb to everything, too. Loved the song back in the day. Loved it. Now, for a familiar face, we're going to be checking out the song by Nexus. Long before he started doing the blown out, distorted to hell square 4 stuff. This is Polybius. You kind of see the evolution of his logo here. It looks much better now here. I didn't really like the offsetting of the double D. You feel me? People loved this triplet machine gun flow back in the days. We have to thank 12 Gauge and Sadu for it, because those are the two guys that really pioneered Tear Out in the early to mid 2010s, like 2012, 2013, around there. Shout out to Baron as well, RIP. Yeah. Okay, we can just jump to the next one here. I'm just breezing through these, dog. Now, for the more darker side of dubstep, this is, people used to pronounce his name as Cretin, but that doesn't sit right with me. I used to call bro Cretin. I'm gonna call bro Cretin. This is his remix of Wide Eyes. Shout out to Wide Eyes, goated minatory and Deathstep producer. His remix of Monolith. Now, this is one of the most iconic, classic minatory songs. You feel me? And this is what put a lot of people on to minatory. It has 50,000 views. You feel me? And for those who don't know, minatory is white noise Deathstep. It's, yeah. Nowadays it's super black metal inspired and shit, but back then it was just, yeah, just super white noisy, you know, mixed poorly. Cretin used to have this super sick, syncopated, grungy style, bro. Really reminiscent of like deathcore shit. The Deathstep influencers back in the day, Deathstep artists back in the day wore the deathcore and metal influence on their sleeves. Bro used to do this thing where he either sped up his second drops or slowed him down. And yes, I did say slow him down. Contrary to popular belief, iProfit and YVM3 were not the first people to slow down dubstep drops on some deathcore shit. Deathstep producers were doing this back in the mid 2010s. The 120, 130 stuff, even as low as 110 BPM. Just to let y'all know. So that's a common misconception, but I can't blame motherfuckers, because but this is where most of like the shit stemmed from. This is the holy grail of underground dubstep. This fucking channel, bro. Cannot stress enough how important this channel is to me specifically. Dollar, another familiar face. Obviously now known as Vex You. He was a little kid too when he made this, probably 13 or 14 years old. Yeah.
The sacred tombs of the pyramids.
That crunch there, bro. It actually reminds me of YVM3's sound design in a way. The tail to it specifically, and the distortion in a sense. This actually reminds me of Afterlife in a way. And that's like my favorite YVM3 song. And sad it never released. Little cheesy melody in there with some cop sirens. This was the shit back in the day, bro. Trust. Okay. Venom and Automatic to Deathstep Heavyweights. He Who Walks Behind the Rose. Not only is this wallpaper one of the best pieces of art I've ever seen, right? I'm sad that this website doesn't exist anymore. Alpha Coders used to have some sick shit, dog. Like, shout out to these artists, bro. Like, they deserve so much more recognition, but we're here to talk about the music. So, another classic Deathstep song. And as soon as y'all listen to the drop, y'all can pick up on the influence that modern tear out producers, whether they know it or not, have from that they picked up from OG Deathstep. From the pan snare to the use of distortion, yeah. I'm gonna start listing off the release dates in case I don't see that, because my y'all probably do that. It's just variations of the pattern of this exact sound design for fucking 3 minutes with a little midsection in between, bro. It's so brutal. So crazy, absolutely. Basically the polar opposite to that song. We have a deep dub song here, Acting Damage. As Tom the Freak, one of his older aliases. He used to go by Warriors as well. And La Lion, super sick deep dub producer back in the day, made this real solid song from May as well. The panning, bro. Okay. Poseidon. A name that I wish got more flowers. I wish more people put respect on his name. Incredible multi-genre producer, bro. I don't know what he's up to these days, but he used to put out some belters, dog. He remixed Neuro song, Masada by Audica. Used to bump them a lot as well. Super sick, and I'd say influential Neuro trio. Yeah, another incredible intro. Top 5 in dubstep, I'd say. And crazy drop. These wallpapers, bro, I can't stop glazing. It's like they fit each and every time. This toothless looking motherfucker, bro. Shout out to Hannah Pryor for these vocals. Her name isn't in the thing. Song from June 2015. So epic. This logo right here is the most goated Dubstep Dose logo. Right here. The cleanest one, bro. It satisfies my OCD so much. You see the edges. This one's like pointing in this direction, and this one's pointing in this direction. That looks so like, it's so cool. It's like a fucking optical illusion. Shout out to Poseidon for sure. Make sure to go check out his stuff. I recommend Icarus by him. Incredible drum and bass song. Another Deathstep classic here by 3 heavyweights. I think all 3 haven't popped up yet. Defect is a ATL trio that used to put out some belters. I'm going to be talking about them a little bit later on as well. Basically all of them. Cynoid, I think, was a duo from Florida. Crazy stuff too. The song of theirs is coming up, a collab actually, which is super important to me. And Cram. Cram's triple Deathstep OG. A lot of guys were influenced by him. He's been at it since like 2013, and he's put out some cult classics too.
Bleeding raw.
They said release currently being negotiated. This nigga had producers sending him songs to premiere on here constantly. Niggas never knew when the songs were gonna drop. Like, this was the place you had to go to bump the songs. They might be on SoundCloud for a time, but one of the first songs that really, you know, have something going on in the backdrop. The Poseidon did too, but those like unsettling fucking notes back in the back. That overtone, bro, is harsh. Yep. Okay. 10th song I want to check out, Sinister by Imperium. Shout out to Imperium, bro. It's a dude that made like Deathstep with this like robotic tinge I used to love, bro. I think we used to call it Robo Death back in the day. It sounds corny as hell, but it was really the shit, bro. Trust when I say it.
I just can't take no pleasure in killing.
Some more drum step on too. Y'all hear the fucking metal drum things too. Just to shine light on the fact that this has been a thing in specifically Deathstep for such a long time now. Another familiar face, Lux, back when he had a little line on top of his name. Blanco VIP, this is the first song I heard of his. Super cool, like hybrid trap song. Yeah. Yeah, it's more dubstep, but it's hybrid trap inspired. Those little snaps. Sick one. Uzi by Creation and Subceptron. This is crash out, tear out song. That's the best way I can describe it.
Excuse me, is that an Uzi? Well, yes, it is.
I think there's a part where they really spam the shit. Might be thinking of a different song. Yep. Ooh. Cretin the Moth. Edit of Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. It's a Deathstep edit of SMNS. Moth is the creator and pioneer of minatory as a subgenre. This is around the time where he coined it, I think. Yeah, it doesn't have much to do with SMNS. Feels like more of a thing where I criticize producers nowadays for this, so I do have to bring it up. More of a thing where they just flipped a Skrillex song barely so the song gets more attention. I get it. There's a recurrent sounds from SMNS in there, don't get me wrong. You'd think it mixed like oil and water. It still sounds weird to hear like those classic bro step sounds in this context, but I think they made it work. Lord Swanix. one of the goats. He's recently come back, actually. Dropped a great song. His sound has barely changed, which is a good thing. You know, I think he upped his mix down a little to fit into a 2025 context. But Spaghetti remix. This is one of the few songs of the mainstream in dubstep I did like. 50K. So it's a good song. Because back in the day, I was such an edgy kid. I could not stand dubstep gutter style dubstep, Monster Cat. I wasn't going for any of that. There were some Monster Cat songs I liked, but they weren't dubstep. They were more like future based, like fucking Resonate the Phoenix, for example. Future bass is dubstep, but y'all get the point. When they tried to go more heavy, that's when I started cringing.
This is going to hurt. No.
Super recognizable sound. This like vocal, like super spammy, rapid delivery. Yep, real solid. That's a cool snare too. Alright, here we go. Era of Decimation by Cyanoid and the one and only Code Pandorum. This song made me a Code Pandorum fan. I remember I went to summer camp. Didn't have Wi-Fi for about 2 weeks. And Dubstep Dose used to upload once every 3 days, right? So there was 3 or 4 uploads when I left summer camp, right? I was at my cousin's place because they live near the spot. I check out the first 2 songs. I'm like, yeah, these are mid. I was expecting more because I used to, every 3 days, I was so excited to I was anticipating what bro was going to upload next. First 2 songs were like, right? And then this song pops up. I'd already known Code Pandorum's name from prior, but this is the song, bro, that made me a fan. Transformers fucking narration in the intro. They sampled Transformers and actually made it sound tough. Only niggas a decade ago in underground dubstep can get away with shit like this. It's corny shit like this, to be honest. It is corny, but I guess since I see it through rose-colored glasses, I can mess with it. This is still pretty menacing intro. Perfect chemistry, bro. I can't tell who did what. Well, kind of, but it's still like a seamless blend. Those sounds are probably Cyanoid, the machine guns are probably bro, but I don't want to speculate too hard.
Destroy.
Back in the day, everybody wanted to outdo the other with the machine gun flows. They were more creative than they are nowadays. I'm gonna keep it real. Because it's like they were more fast paced. Y'all could tell, obviously. They're not as rhythmic and you feel me? As sparse, spaced out, you feel me? The patterns are definitely more sporadic. Yeah, they just try to do everything possible to you know, make it sound unique for them. It's funny. Sudden Death. Dirt. Sudden Death with a U. Sudden Death lowercase. except the S&D, of course. This is a Crow's Nest release, and apparently Sven said that this is his first song under the Sudden Death alias, which makes me technically a day one Sudden Death fan, quite literally, because this is the song that put me onto him, and I liked it. That's kind of crazy. A nigga's a day one Sudden Death fan. And don't expect anything like the murky, dark style of rhythm he does now. This is still when he was trying to find his sound. But it's a solid song, I'd say. Even nowadays. Held up. It's like cool growls, you feel me? Yep. It's kind of sick. Defect Heretic. Oh, I used to love this one, bro. This one's dark. The sound design isn't really pronounced like that, but the tone of it itself, yeah, it's crazy. And I think the ambience, of course, really adds to the song as well. Bro, those guns in 2015 are actually super forward thinking. Yeah, this one's gnarly as fuck, bro. Okay, four-way. One of the two four-way collabs I'm a show here. This is a four-way collab between Murda, Lord Swanix, Cram, and Cruel Reaction. I'm gonna get into Cruel Reaction later. I already got into these two. Murda, for those who have been tapped into me for a minute, probably know that Murda used to be my favorite dubstep artist back around this era. Just banger after banger from bro, honestly. This is peak Murda in my opinion. And he's never really fallen off to me, but I just prefer his older sound because of the robo sound, the droid shit, bro. He really pioneered that. If not for him, we wouldn't have niggas like Automate today. You feel me? Awesome chemistry, bro.
Yo, this is Lord Swanix, and you're locked into a Dubstep
Bro did a little tag.
Dose premiere.
Another premiere.
No one can stop death.
Those risers are so staple OG Murda. That ARP is so sick. I have no idea who incorporated that ARP. My guess is Swanix. Oh yeah, bro, this part is sick.
No one can stop.
crazy. It's crazy. Such great call and response. Cold by Lux, another really solid song. Lux used to do this like metal step thing. I don't want to call this stuff death step because Lux used to vary. For me, the difference between metal step and death step is metal step is more like the influence is more separate. You know, it's not as like combined. Like I consider phase 1 to be metal step 2 because he used to have metal intros and dubstep drops. Lux is similar. He did incorporate more metal influence into his drops, but I wouldn't call the shit like death step. You feel me? You could just tell he's super metal inspired and is a fan of underground dubstep. Yeah. Just doesn't have that aura that death step has, which isn't taken away from his music or anything. But yeah, this sound design has nice weight. That snare is heavy. Oh shit, he actually half sped the shit here. I forgot about this. Well, just further proves my point that people were doing this back in the day. All right, Soul Taker by Murda. This is my favorite Murda song. It's from his Decimate EP, incredible EP. I want to make a top 10 dubstep kicks, just general percussion too, snares, video at some point. This is one of the greatest kicks I've heard in dubstep. And I think the reason I like it so much is because it reminds me of Schranz kicks. Like when it comes to like more aggressive hard techno, the kicks aren't as low endy. They're more like they pop in. They're like metal kicks in a sense, but the transient's much more pronounced. You know, yeah. Ominous intro too here. You feel me? It's not like a kick that punches down. It's like a... The riser work, bro. You could tell he kind of forced variation here. I still love the song to death, but the pitching is kind of weird. But yeah, just the pitch manipulation he used to do, just that linear rising and falling. Yeah, he was so good at it, dog. Another Murda song here. That's so crazy. I used to love when he did these. That sound design right there, it's like a tick, tick, tick. The metronome style sound design. They're not guns, but he used to have these super stuttery, sharp things that he put in. Like percussive almost. Like. Yep. We have 5 more left. 5 more left. And some uploads from some different channels as well. Now, I finally get to talk about Cruel Reaction, who was one of my favorites back then too. He's an OG in Dubstep Dose. You know, he was 2-3 years deep into the channel at this point, but Cruel Reaction back in the day was known. Y'all remember Deathstep with his robotic sound? Imagine that on steroids. That was Cruel Reaction. And this is his best song. It's one of my favorite dubstep songs. On the legendary Kill List Chapter 1 comp by Crow's Nest, those two comps, bro, were... Everybody was on there in the scene. Everybody. Subtronic, Sudden Death, everyone. Yeah. Cruel Reaction had this clanky, clunky, massive, robotic sound that I could not get enough of back in the days. And earlier I mentioned that, and y'all have seen at this point, y'all probably have heard out of these songs that most of them are super robo-tinged. That's just from because of the era the music comes out of. You know, this is 2015. I don't know what niggas were using to make the sounds. Probably massive. Serum was like in its infantile stages, right? But there was always a robotic tinge to the shit. This is just a couple years after the OG dubstep era, you know? But, and it's the underground too, you know? The scene split. Brostep was at the top, and this was the bottom of the iceberg, you know? Or close to it, at least. Book of the Dead.
Book of the Dead is a story as old as civilization. A book that may answer the questions mankind has been asking for millennia.
Bro, the syncopate. Oh, reload. That sound right there, bro. The syncopate. Do. Pacific Rim ad song. Go off, bro. Yep. I'm so sad that bro just disappeared off the face of the map after about a year, around a year after the release of this song. Yep. Okay. Night of the Crows. Lord Swanix, Soberts, shout out. Used to have a solid sound back in the day too. Copain, Norman, Cram. Night of the Crows featuring Messnian. This is a pretty big vocal feature because dude used to run with Excision, right? Deathstep classic.
This city ain't nothing pretty. Step to me, you in a bold plight. Play like machine gun. With the shells on my mind, son. Pop lines flying everywhere.
I wonder whose riser that is. I'm not sure if it's Code's. Yeah, man. Crazy. Chemistry even better than our Project Leviathan. All right. Let's move away from Dubstep Dose. But shout out. Well, there's one more. Yeah, we can do this one. Just a little classic Deathstep song I wanted to shout out by Eternal. Did not fuck with the song back in the day. It took a minute for it to grow on me, but I like it a lot now. I like it a lot. This is bordering minatory, but it's not that. It's just regular Deathstep. Yep. Very cool. Now, shout out to Dubstep Dose. Love the channel to death. He kind of fell off the map after 2018, 2019. I seen he went live, maybe did a mix or something this year. I think last year as well, but he's been pretty inactive. I have to give him all the flowers for putting me onto this scene. You feel me? And me still being in it after 10 years is pretty fucking crazy. So shout out to him. This was, I know a lot of people, Monster Cat was their intro or Dubstep Gutter, which is fine. But I've been residing in this shit for the longest, since I've been 12, 13 years old. Let's go to MA Music though.
Wenn sich deine Erkältung...
Cool channel back in the day, didn't really follow them, but I got put onto this song by the one and only Mastodon. Released December 20th. 2015. First song of his that made me really fuck with him. This was, I think, probably the first Tear Out-esque song he put out after making Bro Step under another alias. The nigga was an Elephant Fanatic back in the days. His first alias was called Elephant Man, and that was Mastodon. That's like a prehistoric elephant. The story goes that dude was ready to quit at 13, 14 years old, and then he heard Trampa and was like, oh shit, this is crazy. I love Tear Out now, so he started making that. And you hear the Trampa influence on Bro's sleeve with songs like this. Y'all should go check out Twin Turbo too. But yeah.
I want to report a murder. Where was this murder committed?
Oh, this intro's crazy. Sampled the old ass fucking murder mystery movie. Back in the day, he already had these imposing intros. Weren't as melodic as he went in the following years, you know, with the like super pretty intros and then the heaviness, but yeah.
Can I help you? I'd like to see the man in charge. I want to report a murder. Where was this murder committed?
For those who don't know, this is Murata. You should though.
San Francisco last night. Who was murdered? I was.
Motherfucker, say you're playing.
His little radio fills here is funny as fuck.
Madman, this wicked.
His backdrops were pretty full too, bro. His vocal samples in there, this weird sound, shit flying every which way, and that just surging sustained in the front.
Who was murdered?
this kid back in this day and age had so much confidence in his drops that he just copy pasted them. And that's badass. I can't lie. I know Code used to do it a lot too, but Murata back in the day was really known for doing it. And especially if he had a drop with the switch, his second drop would be the switch first and then the first part of the drop. That's funny as fuck, bro. But yeah, his sound was so bold that he was allowed to do it, you know? Just hit him with it a second time. It's like a chorus on a song, which I guess that is technically dubstep songwriting. The drop is the chorus. All right. I wanted to end out this video with the upload from Evil Bass Mixes. Shout out. Go to Deathstep promo page. Influx's remix, also Deathstep Go, still doing its thing to this day, actually. Still making pretty solid minatory. Cram When You See God is a classic song. It's from 2014, so I didn't put it in this video. Y'all should go check it though. And he basically flipped it over a year later into minatory. And which reminds me, I actually wanted to shout out another song too. So this is the second to last one. Oh, oops. I forgot he doesn't have like a Dubstep Dose fade out, so I don't know where the drop starts.
The enslaver, the engraver to the creek bed that marks your resting place. Bring my image to the void. Remember my face when you see God.
It's trashy as fuck, I know. I was a sucker for it though. Even the machine guns were so harsh. Alright, last one I wanted to check out that I forgot to put in the playlist is a Punishment song. Because this is around the time I got put onto Punishment. Well, I got put onto him in early 2016, I'd say. But this is Grave. This was his heaviest song back in the day. I know he hates it, but I just have to shout it out. It's just noise over some dubstep percussion. I think it's funny as fuck, and it still goes hard, kind of. If nostalgia didn't play a part, I'd call this dark dog shit too, bro. Trust me.
Give me strength.
A divine peace could be yours. Join us.
Oh, bro. Even for minatory, this is just blown out as fuck. Bro said warning heavy. Still a cool break. I'm gonna leave it right there, my nigga. Thank you all for watching. Oh shit, this is almost an hour in length. Hopefully I put y'all on to something. But like I said, shout out to Dubstep Dose. These are my origins when it comes to the dubstep stuff. Obviously my story goes further back when it comes to actually discovering dubstep. I went from Knife Party to Skrillex to channels like, I don't even remember the names, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Dusk Dubstep, Dark Step Warrior, I have to shout out to. But that was more the drum and bass side of things where I got into DMB. Yeah, just more and more heavy. Crispy, huge fan. But this is what I got into right after that, you know, in 2015. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this is a informative video, and hopefully you enjoy the video. And y'all can let me know where y'all origins was, if it's dubstep gutter, what songs got you like hooked, you feel me? For me, I think the most important songs on here, Era of Decimation, the Cyanoid and Copandorum collab. Obviously the first upload I got put onto Dubstep Dose with, so the Omega song by Noct. Book of the Dead. The 4-way collabs are pretty important. The Murder songs, yeah. Basically all of them that I put in. Those are just favorites of mine from that era specifically. But thank you all for watching. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, and take care. Peace.